welcome to another Monday, another week ahead of us. Exciting stuff, here we go. Just sneaked out for a minute to make this video. Excellent. Now I've just had a rumour, or a murmur. What's the difference between a rumour and a murmur? I've heard a murmur or a rumour, whatever you want to choose. You choose. I'm like a walking thesaurus, obviously. So you choose. I've heard a rumour that schools aren't possibly going to be reopening after half term in February because of these new higher figures. So let's just keep our eye on that and see what happens. Lumineck. So homeschooling may continue for some time to come. It's exciting, isn't it? I'm going to give you a recommendation. I know I recommend Staged on the BBC iPlayer with David Tennant and Michael Sheen, but I'm going to recommend something on YouTube now. You remember Toya Wilcox from the 80s, red-haired punk singer? Who doesn't remember It's a Mystery, I Want to Be Free, Thunder in the Mountains? Remember the horse-drawn chariot racing across the front of the beach in the age when the videos were just taken off? Well, her and her husband, Robert Fripp, he's an ex-rock guitarist from the band Crimson King. He's 74 now, she's over 60, 61, 62. And they're making videos from their kitchen. They're literally making videos from their kitchen of cover versions of songs. He plays his guitar and she sings along to it. And they're becoming quite sensations on YouTube now. And I want to see if you can go to YouTube, just put into the search box, and we'll put a link below this video as well, but put into the search box, other than that, Toya and Robert. That's it. And it'll come up. And I tell you what, you go there and you tell me if you can't spot a couple of things that are the reasons, two of the big reasons for them becoming YouTube stars. I'll leave that with you. I'll say no more. You can come back to me or leave a comment below. There we go. Now, last week we produced 2 Calendar Girls, the musical videos, and we got a lot of views on it. We're getting a lot of views still on it, and we've stirred up a bit of interest. Obviously, there's a lot of amateur groups out there that did Calendar Girls in 2012 when this was released on an 18-month window, and they're just hoping to do Calendar Girls the musical next, which is fantastic. Now, we produced the videos last week. One of the people that saw it was called Mark Bamforth, Beryl Bamforth's son, and Beryl is one of the original Calendar Girls, Miss January I believe, and Mark played John in the original amateur premiere of Calendar Girls, the play, the stage play, Tim's adaptation from the film, the screenplay that he wrote for the stage, which is great. And if they get the musical, the Grassington Players, this is the group he did it with, the Grassington Players are going to be doing the musical as well, in which case he's going to be playing Rod, who is going to be Chrissy's husband. That's the florist, remember? And she has the idea of the calendar, and she's the commercial driving force of the group. And there's a bit of drama that goes on with her and Annie. It was actually Mark's partner Jane that played Annie as well in that production, so amazing. But getting off the subject a little bit, because also watching that video and emailing us was Concord Theatricals, and it is Concord that are holding the rights and running the rights to Calendar Girls the musical, and we've received an email from them because the rights haven't officially been released. But if you remember, on the same day that we did our video, a poster was put online in one of the Facebook pages. I think it was I'm in a production of Calendar Girls, that kind of thing, from the Grassington Players, with a poster saying it's all sorted out, they're going to be producing it in September. And they've released a poster for it, so it looks like Grassington Players have got the rights to do it. So, bit of a mystery, really. We've received some information from Concord Theatricals, which I'm going to read you now. This is from Catherine Thomas. She's the Senior Director of Marketing and Communications from Concord. who are the owners now of Samuel French, in case you're wondering who Concord Theatricals are. Samuel French held the rights and organised the rights for Calendar Girls in 2012. They've now been swept up by Concord Theatricals. It's now Concord Theatricals that handle, under the name Samuel French, kind of, and they handle the rights for the musical. Hi Paul, I hope you're well. Thank you for featuring Calendar Girls the musical in your latest video and on social media. We're always pleased to see enthusiasm around the show. Just to confirm that the title is licensed by Concord Theatricals, and she gives a website address where you can find all the information. If you go to concordtheatricals.co.uk and type into the search box Calendar Girls the Musical, don't forget the musical or you'll get the stage play. Calendar Girls the Musical, press hit and you'll see all the information come up in front of you. The libretto is available for hire, the music book is available for hire, you can hire the conductor's score. It's all there except officially the general rights release at the moment. But the title has not yet been released for amateur performance, Catherine tells me. However, customers can register their details via that page to be notified about the show as soon as it's made available. I'll talk about that in a second. It has always been the intention that the Grassington Players in Yorkshire will be among the first UK amateur groups to perform the show in order to celebrate their original connection to the story. Beryl's a member, obviously. John, who died of leukemia and kicked the whole thing off, if you like, the idea, he was a member of the Grassington Players as well, backstage. More generally, licensing release timelines have of course been affected by COVID-19, and our team is working hard with customers on scheduling changes. Interesting. We'll be sure to let amateur groups know as soon as it's available to perform, but certainly we'd encourage them to sign up for the news. Right. So, what Catherine is telling us there is the rights haven't been released in general yet, but Concord aren't stupid. They're not going to miss a trick. They know there's lots and lots and lots of groups out there that want to do it. And so what she said to us is to promote groups going to that website page, registering your interest, say you want to perform it, and roughly when you might be interested in performing it. I think you might have to put in. And the more people they get in the waiting list, let's put it, the queue. Remember, the play in 2012 prompted around about 500 or 600 licenses. So I would get on there and register your interest as much as you can. But I have a sneaky feeling that she's also telling us that they have released some rights early on in a special arrangement, let's say, to people like the Grassington Players, because the Grassington Players are never going to put a poster up officially announcing their production of Calendar Girls, Tim Firth and Gary Barlow's Calendar Girls the Musical, unless it's been given rights. You can't do it. It's illegal for a start, and they're just not daft. They're not going to do it. So you can bet they have got the rights that have been awarded to them, and COVID maybe shunned the first set of dates that the Grassington Players had put in place to perform it. So now they've announced for September, officially, it'll be performed September 2021. And so there we are, the poster's up there. And so if you register your interest, I will not be surprised if that September performance kicks off the start of a brand new window. Whether it's for charitable purposes or not, we don't know yet. We haven't got a clue. We'll find out, won't we, in due course. Obviously, a lot of societies do their own charitable initiatives anyway, kick those off, and that'll be something. But register your interest. Or still subscribe to our YouTube channel and put as many comments as you can below our videos on Calendar Girls the Musical, and on social media pages as well. We'll support all this by sending it all to Concord Theatricals, and we'll see if we can't stir up the hornet's nest a little bit and get this thing going. But I have a feeling plans are in place to get this released this year. But let's see what happens. Exciting days, eh? Exciting times. In Mark's reply to my reply to him, so in his second email to us, he mentions that Beryl is pretty much retired from it all now, because she's 87, and she was 67 when they made the calendar for the year 2000s. Though he says, I expect she may be wheeled out if we manage to get anywhere with the new show, and it looks like they are getting somewhere. And he reiterates, it's not been officially released or confirmed, but we would like to get in first, obviously, and it looks like they have. The lockdown just makes it impossible to plan with any certainty, and no one wants to take a chance on rehearsals given the extra problems associated with singing. And that's true, isn't it? So there's another confirmation there that the Grassington players are never going to announce anything officially if it might not happen, if there's a risk of it not happening. So there we go. And he's promised to let us know if anything official does get sent through, announced. So there we go. Exciting stuff. So get to that website, concordtheatricals.co.uk, put into the search box Calendar Girls the Musical, don't forget that bit, and then it will come up and you can register your interest, and as soon as Concord get all the groups registered, they can slot everyone into some timelines. I think it took them, Samuel French's, a bit by surprise in 2012, 2011, when there were so many applications to perform the show. We had neighbouring groups performing at the same time and all sorts going on. But I think they want to try and make it a little bit more selective, if you see what I mean, with areas and timings this time round. So let's see what happens. Exciting stuff. Stay safe, stay well. We'll be back. Bye for now.